Hello and welcome to Preventer Adventure with a slightly different camera angle because the sun is setting somewhat and it's just killer angles. I'm trying to make this work so I'm not in complete darkness or blown away by sunlight. So today, on the recommendation of my cousin's wife, Ellen Preventer, who I ran into in the grocery store some time ago, I'm at Teddy G's in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And for those of you that are as old as I am, you might remember this location. At one point in time, when I was a young fella, it was Rom's Italian restaurant. I remember I used to come up to Rom's for Wednesday night Italian buffets. So now it's a number of different things. Rom's is a very good-sized restaurant. And it's Teddy G's Pub and Grill. So let me show you what I got. I wasn't sure what she thought I should do, and I tried contacting her, but I didn't hear back, and that's not a big deal. Because it's got all kinds of food here, so let's try some different stuff. Well, maybe not as different as you would think. So I got some chili with onions and cheese. Those onions are strong, I'll tell you that. A couple meatball sliders, and they only have one size pizza. So it's a pepperoni pizza. Okay, waiting for that camera to readjust. See if I can pull this off without spilling too much on me. A lot of cheese on top of this. Super thick. Really thick. And nice. I'm going to go with nice at this point. May revisit that after. But right now it's looking at nice. A lot of cheese on these things too. Meatball sliders. Does come with some marinara, so let's dip it in there. Good sized meatball. Definitely got some garlic going on, which may be in the bread, not in the meatball. Yep, so much for that. Nice meatball. Okay, so they only had a 12-inch pizza. It's a, here's the bottom side for you. Nice pizza. Decent crust. Not sure what to say. So I'm not going to say much right at this point. I'm going to sit back and eat and give this some thought, because the presentation of all the food is really nice, but the flavor is okay. So let me eat some of this and come back with a better thought process, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, final thoughts. Teddy G's in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. I used to watch clips. I never watched, I don't remember that I ever watched the whole show, but I used to watch long clips of Gordon Ramsay. I think it was Kitchen Nightmares, but I don't know. He had 2 or 3 different shows where he went into restaurants that weren't doing so well and tried their food, and then, tried to help them get on a better track. And I will forget, but this is what popped into my head while I was eating this food. He was at a place and he was saying to the servers, there's just not a lot of flavor in this food, and then the server went back to the owner or the owner's son. I think it was an owner, and then his son and daughter were running it, and they were saying, he just said there's not a lot of flavor. And I remember the owner saying, we have a lot of older people in here, and they don't want all that flavor or all that stuff. They just want the food. And I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but that's what's popped into my head when I was eating this. It looked really good. The chili looked really good. The sliders were a quality meatball. The pizza looked really good, and it had a nice crust, but I just didn't get much of any flavor out of any of this, and I'm not sure why. It's like I'm sitting here thinking they're just, and I only had 3 things. They do a lot of stuff in there, and maybe other stuff just knocks your socks off. I don't know. I can only base it on what I had, but it's like they weren't willing to take any chances to try to get some flavor into anything. Let's just serve it like this. And a lot of people are okay with that. I just would have liked more flavor in the pizza sauce, the marinara that I dipped the meatball sliders into, and the chili, which was a beautiful, thick, gorgeous chili, and just had some jalapenos in it, so that kind of kicked in a little bit of stuff, but that's not what you're looking for, not just a jalapeno flavor in a chili. You want other flavors, so anyhow, really nice presentation. Just the food, to me, and this is just my opinion, I want to make that clear, this is just me talking, there's plenty of people in there enjoying what they're getting. I just thought the flavor was lacking and I don't want to be negative because it's a Sunday, people are in there working, somebody owns this place, and I'm not trying to be negative, I'm just trying to tell you this was my opinion. I just thought could have used more flavor. Let's just go there. Could have used more flavor. So, Ellen, thanks for sending me here. I appreciate it. Let's give it a score, 0 to 10. Like I said, nice presentation. It's a nice looking place inside. I gotta go 7.7. We'll just say Teddy G's, Sturbridge, Massachusetts, 7.7.